स्वागत छ पछि न्युज ब्रेक पछि तपाईहरुलाई यही ग्यालेक्सी दिस मर्निङ लाइभमा हामीले अघि नै पनि तपाईहरुलाई हामीले भनिसकेका थियौं। आज हामीसँग क्रिकेटको बारेमा कुरा गर्नको लागि एकदम इन्ट्रेस्टिङ व्यक्तित्व हुनुहुन्छ। उहाँ क्रिकेटको किरा भन्ने पनि हुन्छ उहाँलाई है। खासमा चाहिँ क्रिकेटको किरा भन्न मिल्छ हैन त।
अब त्यो त कुरा गरेपछि थाहा हुन्छ हैन। हामीसँग आज अतिथिको रूपमा मनिष साखलकर हुनुहुन्छ र उहाँसँग कुरा गर्नुभन्दा अगाडि उहाँको बारेमा तयार पारेको एउटा इन्ट्रोडक्टरी भिडियो हेरौँ होला।
मनिष साखलकर पूर्व क्रिकेट खेलाडी हुनुहुन्छ। सन् 1974 मा बम्बईमा जन्मिएका मनिषले 1990 देखि क्लब क्रिकेटबाट करियर सुरु गर्नुभयो। बम्बई अन्डर 16, अन्डर 19 हुँदै 1993-94 देखि रणजी ट्रफी खेल्न थालेका मनिषले सन् 2000 सम्मको खेल जीवनमा अनेकौं प्रतियोगिता खेल्नुभयो। खेल जीवनबाट अवकाशपछि नेपाल आएका मनिषले पोखरा प्रिमियर लिगमा सहभागी टिम फुटबल ब्लास्टर्सको कोचको जिम्मेवारी पनि निभाइसक्नु भएको छ। ललितपुर क्रिकेट एसोसिएसनमा सल्लाहकारको जिम्मेवारी पनि निभाएका मनिष हाल हस्तकला व्यवसायमा संलग्न हुनुहुन्छ। तिनै पूर्व क्रिकेटर मनिष साखलकर आजको हाम्रो अतिथि हुनुहुन्छ।
हजुर, उहाँ स्टुडियोमा आइसक्नु भएको छ। उहाँलाई स्वागत गरौँ। मनिष कसा है?
मजेत एकदम। थ्याङ्क यू फर इन्भाइटिङ मी हियर। थ्याङ्क यू भेरी मच। थ्याङ्क यू।
कस्तो हुनुहुन्छ? नेपालको बसाइ कस्तो भइरहेछ?
रमाइलो छ अहिलेसम्म। इट्स बीन गुड, सो फार सो गुड। सो या
अब इन्डिया त्यस्तो धेरै अपर्च्युनिटी भएको देश हो हैन। त्यसमाथि पनि अब क्रिकेटमा त अथाह अपर्च्युनिटी छ त्यहाँ। त्यहाँको मान्छे यहाँ के को लागि आउनुभयो तपाईँ?
You know, they say after every successful man there's a lady behind. So that's my wife. She's from Nepal. And yeah, I mean, certain things which brought me down to Nepal. You know, I never thought that I might be settling down here, but as time went by, I started enjoying myself here, and yeah, that's how I'm here.
कति वर्ष भयो तपाईँ यहाँ?
To be precise, almost 14 years now. Almost 14 years I'm settled here, but I've been coming to Nepal since 2000, so 23 years now.
सो अब इन्डियामा पनि क्रिकेटमा तपाईँ एकदमै लागि पर्नु भएको मान्छे, रणजी ट्रफी जस्तो ट्रफी खेलिसक्नु भएको मान्छे हैन। सो नेपालमा पनि ललितपुर क्रिकेट एसोसिएसनमा सल्लाहकारको रूपमा हुनुहुन्छ। त्यसै गरी अब फ्रेन्चाइज टिममा पनि आज कोच यहाँले काम गर्नुभएको थियो हैन। सो अलिकति पृष्ठभूमि बताइदिनुहोस् त, कस्तो छ त हाम्रो नेपालको क्रिकेटर्सहरू, क्रिकेटिङ फर्टर्निटी, यस विषयमा थोरै भनिदिनु।
लाइक मेरो क्रिकेट, नेपाल क्रिकेट सँग interaction जे start भयो, that happened in probably around 2011-12. 2011-12 देखि I have been भनौँ न following Nepal cricket till date. And over a period of time, like, you know, I've said this to everybody that Nepal has the talent, okay, but it's just that, you know, we are not able to capitalize on that talent. The system is not there. If we follow a proper system, definitely things don't change overnight, but once you have a system and we follow the system, in the coming years we will get results because we have that talent. It's just grooming that talent for the highest level of cricket.
So system as of?
System as in, like, I would say the grassroots level of cricket. हाम्रो पास absolutely छैन, एकदमै छैन. We don't have school cricket, we don't have college cricket, we don't have university cricket. All we have is that, you know, somebody practices in India, comes to Nepal, plays PM Cup or EPL or PPL or some tournaments down in Tarai side, and somebody notices and they are brought into the system. That's not how you select a player. There has to be grassroots level cricket where you see spot talent from somebody who's probably 16, 17-year-old, and then you groom them, you know, maybe after, like I said, nothing happens overnight. You groom them, and another 3-4 years down the line, probably you will see him playing for Nepal team. Like you had NCA, Nepal Cricket Academy, but that also vanished. Pratish GC is the best example of NCA. He came in from that academy. That was the National Cricket Academy, I guess. So that is the system what I'm talking about, the grassroots level cricket.
त्यो ग्रुमिङको कुरा गर्दाखेरि नि अब एकछिन तपाईको पर्सनली कुरा गरौँ। तपाईँ चाहिँ कसरी ग्रुम हुनुभएको थियो? तपाईँ स्टे फर्स्ट क्लास रणजी ट्रफीलाई त अब इन्डियन नेसनल टिमको स्टेपिङ स्टोन समेत पनि भनेर भन्छन् हैन?
I mean, like you said, yeah, like you said, you know, I mean, till my class 10th, I never played cricket because I was in a Catholic school तो हाम्रो स्कुलमा त क्रिकेटिङ कल्चर थिएन, वी वर मेनली इन्टु बास्केटबल. So I was fortunate enough that a cricket ground, MIG Cricket Club, which is my home ground, home club bhanum na, my first club, was just next to my house. And after my 10th exams in the summer break, I started going for practice over there because my dad used to play cricket. So he just said, why don't you go and try? And the first year itself, I represented Mumbai under 16. Back then it was Bombay. So Bombay under 16, and went on to play for West Zone under 16. And then that's how it started, in club cricket, the definitely bhaiya, but and then under 19, Ranji Trophy, probables, and university. So like I said, grassroots level. So 16, 19, university, inter-college. So you're supposed to grassroots level cricket. And then eventually I came into the Mumbai squad as well. But Mumbai had fast bowlers who were actually playing for India also back then, like Abhi Kuruvilla, Salil Ankola, Paras Mamre. Paras, who is the current bowling coach of Indian team. So one of the senior player suggested that, why don't you move to some other state rather than warming the bench.
Mumbai.
Yeah. So I moved to Haryana. So from 96 to 2000 I played for Haryana. Yeah. But again,
How is it playing in the Ranji? Ranjiको experience केही बताउनुस् न.
To be very honest, Ranji Trophy, when we talk about cricket, for me it's more about Test cricket bhanum na, but त्यो बेलामा T20 cricket didn't exist, to be very honest. I'm talking about 90s, late 90s. T20 cricket was never there. So it was one day followed by a Ranji Trophy, which was a 4-day game. So yeah, it was tough, because even though we had less number of matches back then compared to what the cricket that is played today, but Ranji Trophy itself is a totally different experience. And the best part is that back then, even the international players, I'm talking about the Indian players who were not playing for India and were available to play domestic cricket, used to play Ranji Trophy. So that was good for us, a youngster like me back then. It was good for me that I'm bowling to Navjot Singh Sidhu, or I was bowling to Sachin Tendulkar, or bowling to Ajay Jadeja. So that was Nayan Mongia for that matter. So that was an inspiration, or banum na a motivating factor थियो मेरो लागि to compete against the top brass at that time.
त्यो बेलाको एकदमै मेमोरेबल तपाईले आफ्नो करियरको स्पोर्ट्स खेल्ने बेलाको गर्दाखेरि एकदम मेमोरेबल सम्झिने कुनै एउटा घटना भन्नु पर्यो भने के छ?
Okay, this was, I used to play for Union Bank of India, and this was the finals that we were playing of Time Shield. Time Shield is one of the most reputed corporate level cricket bhanum. I'm talking about corporate means competitive corporate cricket, not corporate cricket jeta Super 6 or Super 8 huncha testo haina. This is again 3-day cricket. So to cut it short, 2 innings again, and like I was a fast bowler. So in the second innings we gave them a target of 274 runs, and on the second day, sorry, it was a 4-day final. So third day after tea, we were all out and gave them a target of 274.
This is where you took 4 wickets?
No, I got 6.
Oh, 6. Okay.
6, yeah. And next day, this is where I say why the day games are more. Fast bowlers were called ghodas, horses, because the next day the game started in the morning, and I bowled non-stop for almost 17 or 18 overs from one end. We got them out for 272, in which I got 6 wickets. But because of slow over rate, they surpassed the total of 274 and we lost the final in spite of getting them all out under 274. So that was like, a memorable to Nabanum, bad memory of you. But then, yeah, these things you always remember.
But you bad memories when त्यो बेलाको लागि ब्याड हुन्छ पछि गएर विथ टाइम द्याट मेमोरी जस्ट बिकम्स अ मेमोरी नथिङ इज गुड अर ब्याड होइन
Yeah, I mean, when we friends meet up, like, अब त्यो ब्याचको हामी भेट्ने बेलामा त्यो कुरा हुन्छ, हो मनिष त्यो त्यस्तो भएको थियो त्यो बेला, still we lost the game. I said, yeah, but then those wickets are very important for me, even though it was a time shield game, not a Ranji Trophy game, but then still it's very close to my heart, because I could see, like, my coach, all our players, like, in tears. In spite of, like I said, in spite of winning, we lost the game.
You stopped playing because of injury भनेर सुनेको थिएँ मैले कतितिर.
हजुर.
What was that? त्यो रिकभर गर्न सक्ने के थियो?
अब मेरो ह्यामस्ट्रिङ पुल भएको थियो हैन, ह्यामस्ट्रिङ पुल भयो. त्यो बेलामा आई वाज देयर वेस्ट जोन नर्थ जोन, बिकज आई वाज प्लेइङ फर हरियाणा. सो नर्थ जोनको लागि आई वाज सेलेक्टेड एन्ड वी वर प्लेइङ अ गेम अगेन्स्ट दिल्ली एन्ड वान अफ द सेलेक्टर्स सेड मनीष यु बीन सेलेक्टेड टु प्ले फर नर्थ जोन. बट देन and next day we were playing Haryana versus Delhi game थियो हाम्रो, अनि मेरो hamstring pull भयो. It was a very bad hamstring pull. I was in double mind कि खेल्ने कि नखेल्ने, because I was supposed to be playing North Zone as well then. And then I just couldn't even walk, so I had to pull back my name. अब selector ले भनेर I can't play भनेर. And then immediately after Haryana Delhi game, the North Zone game were going to be starting. So like as we were talking about sports medicine को कुरा आयो. So yeah, अब धेरै टाइम पनि थियो न रिह्याबको लागि, रिकभरीको लागि. It was a very bad injury. So that almost 3.5 months को क्रिकेट मेरो उसमा वेस्ट भयो. And yeah, that was one of the major reasons for me to get out of cricket.
सो यो स्पोर्ट्स मेडिसिनको कुरा त हामीले कति गरेर आन्छौँ होइन, तपाईँ अब नेपालकै परिप्रेक्ष्यमा कुरा गरौँ. नेपालमा यो कतिको यसलाई सिरियस लिइरहेछ? तपाईँ अब सल्लाहकारको रूपमा पनि बसिरहनु भएको छ पनि.
सिरियसली अब कस्तो हुन्छ कि पहिला कुरा त अनेस्टली स्पिकिङ मैले जे देखेँ, आई कुड बी रङ, बट देन वाट आई हेभ सिन, आई नोइङ अ फ्यु अफ द प्लेयर्स ओभर हियर अल्सो, देयर इज नट मच इम्पोर्टेन्स गिभन टु एउटा प्लेयरको वर्कलोडको बारेमा पनि होइन. इन्जरिज किन हुन्छ? वर्कलोडको कारणले हुन्छ. Are we managing the workload properly? Just the example of Sompal and Karan have been playing for Nepal team for the last almost, I guess, 8 to 10 years now. I've seen Sompal being out of Nepal cricket for almost 7-8 months, and there were a lot of question marks about him, about his continuing cricket, whether will he be able to continue playing cricket. Nobody thought about his fitness at that time. Everybody spoke about his performance. But why was the performance going down? Because of the injury. Okay, only the close circle of the management knew about his injury. He had vitamin D deficiency, because of which he had a major problem around his hips and lower back. And there was nobody over here to take care or get him treated for the future matches. So he had to go to India to get his treatment done. And I पछि everybody started talking about सोमपाललाई इन्जरी भएको थियो, बट त्यस्तो हुँदैन हैन. आज एक्जाम्पल करण केसीको एङ्कलको प्रब्लम थियो, येट ही वाज प्लेइङ हैन. अब धेरैजना प्लेयर्सहरू छ हैन, इन्जरिज आर नेग्लेक्टेड मेरो विचारमा.
अनि यस्तो हुन्छ के पर्फर्मेन्स हेरिरहेको हुन्छ, त्यसपछि ब्याकग्राउन्डमा के भइरहेको छ भन्ने कुरा हेर्दैन. अघि हामीले अफ एयर कुरा गरे जस्तो ग्लसी पिक्चर सबैलाई मनपर्छ होइन, पछाडि के हो त भन्ने कुरा कसैले पनि हेर्दैन. हुन त अब तपाईँले भनेको कुरा ठिक हो, कतिवटा हाम्रो प्लेयर्सहरू इन्जर्ड भएर बसिरहेको अवस्थामा पनि अब उनीहरूले पर्फर्म गर्नुपर्ने आवश्यकता छ होइन, स्क्वाडमा बस्नुपर्ने आवश्यकता छ. किनभने हामी कहाँ प्लेयर्सहरू नै धेरै छैन कि होइन. हामीसँग प्लेइङ 11 पछि को त भन्दा 3-4 भन्दा बाहेक अरू हुँदैन. उनीहरू इन्जर्ड भएको खण्डमा के गर्ने त भन्ने कुरा हामीसँग गर्नलाई त्यो छैन. अघि हामीले इकोसिस्टमको कुरा गऱ्यौँ नि, ग्रास लेभलको कुरा गऱ्यौँ, अब हामीले स्कुलको क्रिकेटिङको कुरा गऱ्यौँ, अफिसको कर्पोरेट लेभलको स्पोर्ट्सको कुरा गऱ्यौँ, क्रिकेटको कुरा गऱ्यौँ होइन. यी सबै कुरा गर्दै गर्दाखेरि एज एन आउटसाइडर यहाँले हेर्दाखेरि नेपालको क्रिकेटले कस्तो पर्फर्म गरिरहेछ?
To be very honest, with the limited resources that Nepal has, Nepal is doing really well. Let's not deny the fact. They are doing fantastic. Okay, just imagine with limited resources. I would rather say the resources are not as good as it should be when somebody is playing international cricket. I mean, you played World Cup qualifiers, you're playing Asia Cup, but you don't have the resources here. I mean, it's all the players' sheer dedication and hard work that we are seeing. We are able to enjoy, Nepal in near future. Nepal will be playing against Pakistan and India. You never know; they might probably qualify for the T20 World Cup as well. Fingers crossed. You never know, you know. So just imagine if we can give them the right facilities. Don't you think they can do wonders? Again, I say things don't turn overnight. But then, if with the right facilities in the years coming down the line, you will see Nepal doing really, really well. Like I said, I've been following Nepal cricket since 2011, 2012, and I've been hearing about, introduction of 2-day game or 3-day games in Nepal cricket in the domestic circuit. But it's been almost 13 years now. I have never seen 2 days or 3 days cricket anywhere in the scenario.
सो हामी अलिकति फास्ट नै हिँडिरहेछौँ कि T20मा हामी खुसी भइरहेछौँ त्यसमाथि पनि अरू म्याचहरूमा यानि कि अरू अलिकति फास्ट अलिकति ग्ल्याम फ्याक्टर भएको अलिकति एनर्जी भएको म्याचहरूमा नै हामी घुमिरहेछौँ तपाईँले भने जस्तो यो 1 दिन 2 दिन 5 दिनको म्याचहरू हामी गरिरहेको छैनौँ हैन यहाँ त अब फ्रेन्चाइज टिमको कोच पनि हुनुहुन्थ्यो हैन फ्रेन्चाइज टिममा कसरी काम हुँदो रहेछ एज अ कोच यहाँले कसरी ट्रेन गर्नुभयो यहाँले नि भन्नुभयो यो के स्पोर्ट्स मेडिसिनको कुरा गर्नुभयो आफूले चाहिँ कति इम्प्लिमेन्ट गर्नुभयो
अब स्पोर्ट्स एउटा फ्रेन्चाइज क्रिकेटको सिस्टम कस्तो हुन्छ कि यु डोन्ट हेभ अ फ्री ह्यान्ड देयर टु बी भेरी अनेस्ट ओके you are playing a tournament of 10 days or 2 weeks, okay? You've been appointed, say, a month before, where you have hardly 4 or 5 players with you, okay? Say, 4 jana foreign players unsa who will join the team couple of days before the tournament starts. Few players are in, say, Birganj, few players are somewhere else, some players are somewhere else. So, you have only 4 or 5 players, okay? How can you train with them? How, as a coach, strategy to chalo you can have the strategies a day before the tournament the match, okay, depending on the opponents and testo huncha हैन but then त्यो proper training jo huncha for that you like again I stress back onto the same thing, you can't change things overnight, you need time, you need to spend time with the boys here. Sorry, I'll just go off track here, okay. Franchise but Nepal cricket ma yama me, okay. In the last 3 years or 2 years I would rather say Nepal had almost 4 coaches, right, from Jagatji to Dave Watmore to Pubudu to Umesh Patwal, Manoj Prabhakar, and finally we have Monty Desai, right. So is it really going to help with the chopping and changing of coaches? Never it's going to help, because your thinking is different, your thinking is different. A coach needs to spend time with the boys, to understand the boys need to understand the coach as well. What does the coach want from them, from an individual? What I as a coach want from an individual? You know? So it's very important that a coach and the players spend time with each other, to understand each other, to create that bond. So, and when Monty Desai came in, happy dressing room was the slogan, and it showed. It showed, even though in a short span of time, but it showed, it reflected a happy dressing room can do what. So.
हजुर क्रिकेटको बारेमा अझै पनि कुरा त गर्नु नै छ, तर अहिले प्रोग्राममा एकैछिन बेला भएको छ ब्रेकको।
Goodwill Finance, financing for success since 1995. Goodwill mai cha vishwas janata ko, Goodwill mai ho sathi safalta ko. Goodwill Finance, financing for success since 1995.
Galaxy This Morning Live co-sponsored Goodwill Finance Limited, financing for success since 1995. Wellness partner Tranquility Spa, balance your body, mind and spirit.
हजुर हामीसँग मनिष शाकलकर हुनुहुन्छ, उहाँ पूर्व खेलाडी हुनुहुन्छ, रणजी ट्रफी पनि खेल्नु भएको खेलाडी हुनुहुन्छ, नेपालको फ्रेन्चाइज टिमको म्यानेजमेन्ट पनि गर्नुभएको छ, क्रिकेटको किरा भनेर मैले भनेको थिएँ उहाँलाई। उहाँसँग हामी कुराकानी गरिरहेको छौँ। अब मनिषजी, अब एसिया कपतिर लागौँ, एकछिन यसो कुरा गरौँ है, नजिकै आइसकेका छ, अब सबैजना हामी त्यसको चाहिँ त्यो मुडमा आइसकेका छौँ होइन। अब बाहिरको मिडियाहरूले पनि बेला बेलामा त्यसको बारेमा कुरा गरिरहेका हुन्छन् होइन। कतिले चाहिँ अब इन्डिया पाकिस्तानले 3टा गेम खेल्ने स्योर भयो भनेर भन्ने किसिमका प्रेडिक्सनहरू पनि गरिरहेछन्। भने मतलब चाहिँ अब हामी सेलेक्ट त भएको छौँ, तर दे आर टेकिङ अस भेरी लाइटली होइन। अब रियालिटी आफ्नो ठाउँमा छ, सबै चिज आफ्नो ठाउँमा छ, तर व्हाट डु यु थिङ्क, क्रिकेट इज अनप्रेडिक्टेबल भन्छन् होइन। कुड देयर बी एनी अपसेट्स? के छ हाम्रो पर्फर्मेन्स अहिलेसम्मको सबै चिज हेर्दा के भन्छ तपाईँको? यसले के भन्छ, यसले के भन्छ?
पर्सनली मेरो विचारमा on that given day anything can happen. Couple of good overs by a bowler, okay,
Can
a
change
good
the game.
knock, a good couple of partnerships in between. You never know, things can change. You know? You got to work hard for it. To be very honest, nothing comes easy. You got to work hard for it, and you will be competing with the top two best teams in world cricket, Pakistan and India both. You know? And we'll be playing in Sri Lanka and a game with Pakistan in Pakistan. So definitely it's not going to be easy, but you got to understand that we have Sandeep Lamichhane, okay, who recently in Global T20 has been a star performer. Okay, nice to see him coming back in the rhythm amongst the wicket, amongst the top players. So you never know. Dipendra Singh Airi, okay, I've always felt that this guy is the real tiger for Nepal cricket. Okay, this guy can bat, can bowl, can field. He's a live wire in the field. Okay, we have two good young openers, Asif and Kushal both. On any given day, Kushal can, you know, score runs against any opponents. We've been told this before earlier. When you're playing at that level, I mean, you know, it's not about the talent. It's about the temperament or how strong you are here. है ना? In Hindi or Punjabi से कि जिगरा कितना है ना? So you got to show character, as simple as that. है ना? Yes, maybe I'm asking for too much, but then you never know. On, like I said, on that given day, two good performances in the batting lineup, 2-3 good overs where we can have good main wickets, things can turn around. And we got to also understand the fact that, you know, over a period of time, we all talk about India, playing very good spin. But you look at the track record, India has struggled against spin. Like Australia ko Nathan Lyon, tabai ko English Adil Rashid, this leg spinner, Moeen Ali. These guys have always troubled Indian team. So Sandeep Lamichhane, like I said, you know, he for sure has been a trump card and will be a trump card in the coming Asia Cup. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see a few good performers and players really, coming out of their comfort zone and showing the character to win against these top two giant teams, as simple as that.
अब हाम्रो देखिएको चाहिँ अलिकति पेस बलहरू खेल्दाखेरि गाह्रो भएको हामीले देखिरहेछौँ होइन। अस्ति त्यो इमर्जिङ नेसन्सको कपै पनि हामीले हेऱ्यौँ पाकिस्तानी पेसरहरूसँग होइन। एन्ड नाउ वी आर टकिङ अबाउट फेसिङ साइन अफ्रिदी होइन। अब त्यसको लागि हामी कतिको प्रिपेयर छौँ जस्तो लाग्छ?
अब वी आर टकिङ अबाउट पाकिस्तानको शाहिन अफ्रिदी होइन, India ko, I don't know, is Bumrah is there? Bumrah is there.
I think he is there.
Yeah, Bumrah is there. You know? So these are top class fast bowlers. Okay, for them it doesn't really matter what pitch you are playing on, whether it's a batting surface or a seaming surface. But understanding the fact that, you know, we are playing in Pakistan again, playing one-day cricket, the wickets are going to be much more flat tracks. You know? Yes, it will be difficult, especially with the movement that Shaheen Afridi and Bumrah both are capable of. Regarding the preparation, again I go back to the same thing, things can't turn overnight. For these kind of things, you need to have your preparation done for a long time. You need to practice on those kind of wickets. Where I still remember Indian team going to Australia. I'm talking about the 90s cricket again, okay, and Sachin Tendulkar, okay, knowing the fact that they were playing in Australia and later in South Africa as well. He used to bat on cemented wickets with water splashed on the ground and playing with rubber ball, asking somebody to throw the balls, not bowl, throw the balls at him. Short pitch deliveries. So that's how the preparations are done. Are we really doing that kind of preparations here?
That's a big
सो अहिलेको टाइममा त प्रिपरेसन त भइ नै हाल्यो हैन टाइम पनि भएन क्या प्लेयर्सहरुलाई वान आफ्टर अनदर दे हैव बीन प्लेइङ
Exactly.
हैन सिन्स राउन्ड द क्लक दे आर ट्राभल एन्ड अल द थिङ हैन
हजुर
त्यो पनि हो नि हैन
त्यो पनि हो अब टाइम छैन हाम्रो पास हैन लास्ट मेरो विचारमा वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफायर्स देखि सरी WCL देखि वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफायर्स पछि तपाईको एशिया कप क्वालिफायर्स सो प्लेयर्स हैव बीन बिजी हैन त्यो टाइमै पाएको छैन बट लाइक अगेन वी हेभ एनालिस्ट अब त्यो ग्राउन्ड प्रिपरेसन हुनु सक्दैन बट एटलिस्ट मेन्टल प्रिपरेसन त हामीले गर्न सकिन्छ वेयर वी हेभ एनालिस्ट Monty Desai the coach he has been with the best of teams and he knows and understands how to tackle these kind of fast bowlers and so maybe like I said the players and the coach needs to spend time together knowing what should be the next move against these top quality fast bowlers they you spend time in the middle play off the new ball and then
त्यो पनि हो एक्सपिरियन्सले पनि काम गर्छ हैन अब कति हाम्रो सन्दीप भयो अरु प्लेयर्सहरु भयो बाहिर पनि खेलिरहेको भयो त्यसकारणले गर्दा त्यो एक्सपिरियन्स आफ्नै किसिमको सेट अफ माइन्ड यी सबै चीजहरु भयो भने अरु प्लेयर्सहरुलाई पनि अब विभिन्न फ्र्यान्चाइज हाम्रो क्रिकेट टुर्नामेन्टहरु भइरहेको छ है सायद अफ्रिदीको कुरा गर्ने हो भने सायद अफ्रिदीलाई अब सँग काम नगरेको अथवा नखेलेको प्लेयर्सहरु हाम्रोमा कमै छ किनभने EPL को बालमा सायद अफ्रिदी आएको थियो to some extent exposure चाहिँ छ हैन
ओके अब फ्र्यान्चाइज क्रिकेट पहिला कुरा त हुनु पर्छ ओके बिकज प्लेयर्स गेट टु प्ले द म्याक्सिमम नम्बर अफ गेम्स इट्स जस्ट नट अबाउट द गेम्स इट्स अल्सो इकोनोमिकल बेनिफिट्स फर द प्लेयर्स ओके बिकज हामीलाई सबै कुरा इकोसिस्टम तपाईँले भने इकोसिस्टममा सबै कुरा आउँछ ओके सो प्लेयर्स को फाइनेन्शियल स्टेबिलिटी पनि को कुरा हुन्छ यसमा हाउ मच फाइन जो कन्ट्र्याक्टेड प्लेयर्स छ उनीहरूले मात्रै स्यालेरी पाइरहेछ बट व्हाट अबाउट द रिमेनिङ 30-40 दे आर नट गेटिङ पेड राइट दे डोन्ट देयर इज नो सोर्स अफ इन्कम कर्पोरेट्स आर नट गिभिङ देम जब्स टु प्ले क्रिकेट फर देम सो दिस टुर्नामेन्ट्स आर द ओन्ली सोर्स अफ इन्कम फर देम हैन त्यो कुरा भयो सो अनि फ्र्यान्चाइज क्रिकेटको एउटा एडभान्टेज के हुन्छ कि जस्तो तपाईँले 4-5 वटा फरेन प्लेयर्स आएपछि द लोकल प्लेयर्स हियर gets the opportunity like I said when I was playing my Ranji Trophy game I had the opportunity of playing with the test players back then whenever they were available they used to come and play Ranji Trophy similarly in Nepal these franchise cricket gives the local boys the opportunity to play with the overseas talent okay like Kesrick William ayo Afridi ayo tapiko Shehzad ayo hai na so these are the boys I mean our boys played with maybe it made them even more stronger mentally so but again one off games ले हुँदैन यो रेगुलरली हुनु पर्यो
अब अहिलेको कुरा गर्दाखेरि अब लेट्स फोकस अन द अपकमिङ एशियन गेम्स तपाईले हेर्दाखेरि एज अ क्रिकेटर एज अ म्यानेजर तपाईले हेर्दा नेपाली टिमको दुईटा स्ट्रेन्थ र दुईटा विकनेस के हो
मेरो हिसाबले strength is bowling I still say that I have seen Sompal Karan they hunt in pairs when they both play together we have always seen good results we have always seen one of them taking the advantage of somebody else putting in the pressure Som putting the pressure Karan getting the wickets Karan putting the pressure Som getting the wickets so they say always fast bowlers hunt in pairs and then you have Sandeep Lamichhane we all know about him there is no need of introduction for Sandeep Lamichhane plus the current form that he is in from this recent global T20 it's a big plus for Nepal team plus left arm spinner Lalit Rajbanshi he is doing very well okay he is I would rather say the dark horse of Nepal cricket as of now. People are not taking him that seriously, but then this boy can be a match winner, is a match winner rather I would say. Then you have Dipendra Singh Airi, okay, like I said, bats well, bowls well, fields well, a live wire in the field. Kushal Malla, his left arm spinners, okay, I would batting the chai cha, but then usko bowling ma, he reminds me of Yuvraj Singh, okay, the slow left arm spinners, which is very irritating for a batsman कि ball kaile आउँछ मेरो पास, हैन, the kind of एकदमै slow हाल्ने, हैन, he's not that typical left arm spinner like Lalit Rajbanshi or any other left arm spinner. He comes and bowl very lazy looking boy bowling those left arm spinners. So yeah, it's all about how you use them, how they do it on that particular day.
Weakness?
Weakness, I would rather say, is preparation. I would rather say, we have the talent in the batting lineup also, but like I said, or you rather put in that, how are we going to face these fast bowlers? So that's going to be a big challenge here. Partnerships, we should be able to do those partnerships in between. Batting hamro depth ramro cha, Som Karan sangai, Sandeep is also scoring, started hitting these days, okay. Som and Karan, we all know that they are decent batters. In between hamlai, the top 6 batsmen bata hamlai runs चाहिन्छ, as simple as that.
Manish, thank you very much. तपाईले बिहान बिहान हामीलाई समय दिनुभयो, हामी लामै कुरा पनि गरिसकेको छौँ रेगुलरली गर्ने भन्दा. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
सो क्रिकेटको कुरा त अझै गर्न सक्नु छैन, थोरै छोयौँ मात्रै, धेरै कुरा गर्न पाएन, तर फेरि पनि कुराकानी गरौँला. यहाँ आउनुभयो, हामी जानु पर्यो.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
This is for you.
Thank you.
To take home.
Thank you.
हजुर.
I hope it was okay.
हजुर, दिस मर्निङ लाइभ यहाँ हेरिरहनु भएको छ र प्रोग्राममा हामीले थोरै मात्रै क्रिकेटको कुरा गर्न पायौँ, खासै गर्न पाएनौँ, होइन. र हामी सबैजनाले सोच्ने विचार गर्ने भने के त भन्दाखेरि सबै कुरा भएर पनि गर्न नसकेकाहरू पनि कति छन् भने नेपालमा हामीले क्रिकेटको लागि पूर्वाधारहरू खासै नभइकन पनि हामीले कति कामहरू गरिरहेका छौँ र यही पेसलाई, यही स्पिडलाई अगाडि बढाउनु पर्ने आवश्यकता हामी देख्छौँ, होइन त.
त्यसो भन्दै हामी कार्यक्रममा एउटा छोटो ब्रेक लिन्छौँ, पाहुनालाई बिदा गर्छौँ अनि हामी रेगुलर डेस्कबाट फेरि तपाईँहरू समक्ष आउनेछौँ.